happy Friday. Welcome into today's episode of Hoops Talk with Dave on this January 24th of 2025. We've got some great basketball action to hit on from last night, as well as a decent slate to preview tonight. Starting off quickly, a light college basketball slate yesterday, but it was headlined by the game between Maryland and Illinois. Illinois a little beat up, missing one of their best players. Nonetheless, Maryland walks into Illinois, dominates 91-70 behind a massive 53-point second half. 27 points and 17 rebounds from Julian Reese. Derek Queen had 25 points as well, leading Maryland to a massive quad 1A victory on the road. This win right here continues to move Maryland closer and closer to the lock status when it comes to March Madness. They were recently on the bubble just a few weeks ago, but they have played their way off of the bubble and into the tournament. The Memphis Tigers, a slight scare for them yesterday in this one, winning 61-53 over Wichita State, using a late 12-0 scoring run to pull them out and pull ahead in this one. This one was back and forth. Wichita State was actually up at halftime by 4 points. Nonetheless, number 24, the Memphis Tigers, able to stave off that one and remain at the top of the AAC. And the final game I want to touch on from the college basketball slate last night, a dominating performance from Santa Clara, beating Washington State 93-65. We recently saw this Santa Clara team beat Gonzaga as well. This is not a team to sleep on come West Coast Conference tournament. It would not shock me to see them go and be a potential bid stealer for some of those bubble teams there. Definitely one to watch as we approach March. In the NBA yesterday in Paris, the San Antonio Spurs win 140-110 over the Indiana Pacers, and the Pacers were favored in this one. I don't know why, because of course Wembanyama back on his French soil. He scored 30 in this one, and the Spurs won by 30. These two teams will play again on Saturday in Paris. The short-handed Mavericks beat the Oklahoma City Thunder on the second night of a back-to-back, beating them 121-115 thanks to 28 points from Spencer Dinwiddie. Kyrie put in 24 himself. PJ Washington, 22 points, 19 rebounds to lead the Mavericks past the Thunder there. The Thunder taking their 8th loss on the season. In Denver winning 132-123 over the Sacramento Kings. Nikola Jokic putting up one of the most absurd stat lines I have ever seen before. 35 points, 22 rebounds, 17 assists. Absolutely ridiculous. He is a two-time MVP for a reason, and I think he has more than deservedly earned the right for a third MVP this year. I would say this Nuggets team would be nothing without him. You see him when he goes off the floor. The bench will give up a big run. They need him on the floor. He is the most valuable player in the NBA, in my eyes at least. And he's what LeBron has been for years. Without LeBron, teams lose. Jokic is really entering into that territory, and it is incredible to watch how absurd the stuff he does is. Great performance for him. Great performance for the Nuggets, winning 132-123. Milwaukee, the Bucks, adding their 5th straight win, beating the Heat 125-96, thanks to 29 points and 11 assists from Damian Lillard. Giannis added 25 and 12 himself. Gary Trent Jr. shooting 7 of 10 from 3 off the bench for 21 points. That's enough to will the Bucks past this one pretty easily, 125-96. And the late night game on TNT last night, the Los Angeles Lakers beating the Boston Celtics 117-96. Anthony Davis led all scorers with 24 points, 8 rebounds. LeBron adding 20 points and 14 rebounds himself. Austin Reeves with 23 points. This lineup for the Lakers has looked great recently. They'll look to continue to add to that moving forward. And looking at tonight's slate, only a couple of games on television, one of them nationally televised. That's at 8 o'clock on NBA TV. Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Memphis. Memphis sitting an 11.5-point favorite, 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. And over on NBA League Pass, the Cleveland Cavaliers traveling to Philadelphia as 9.5-point favorites over the Sixers. That one at 7 o'clock Eastern. And the final game available to watch tonight, also on NBA League Pass, the Portland Trailblazers heading to Charlotte to take on the Hornets in the Cooper Flag battle. And I must admit, these two teams have looked better than people want to admit they have looked. Portland winning their last 2 games, Charlotte winning 3 of their last 4. Of course, unfortunately, we saw Brandon Miller be gone for the year with a wrist injury. He's out for the season. But this Hornets team, both of these young cores, really, they look great moving forward. Charlotte, 4.5-point favorites in this one tonight. Into college basketball, the game of the night in Purdue. Michigan coming into town. Number 21 Michigan against number 11 Purdue. Purdue, 4.5-point favorites. This one, 8 o'clock Eastern on Fox. Another ranked team in action, the Marquette Golden Eagles playing host to the Villanova Wildcats. Villanova trending in the wrong direction here. A massive opportunity to get back on the right track in Marquette. I don't think it'll happen, though. Marquette, 9.5-point favorites for a reason. That one, 7 o'clock Eastern on Fox Sports 1. 2 good ones to watch in the Atlantic 10 tonight. St. Joe's traveling to Dayton to take on Dayton, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. The Flyers, 5.5-point favorites in that one. And at VCU, St. Bonaventure coming into town. These two teams combining for 30 wins and 9 losses on the season. This one should be fun. VCU, 12.5-point favorites, though. 9 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. And a couple of Big Ten games late to finish us off. Iowa playing host to Penn State, 9 o'clock Eastern on Fox Sports 1. The Hawkeyes, 2.5-point favorites there. And the UCLA Bruins traveling north to the Washington Huskies. UCLA, 5.5-point road favorites there. Looking to pick up a nice road win. That one at 11 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. And that will do it for your Friday episode of Hoops Talk with Dave. We've got some great stuff coming for you tomorrow. 2 top 12 college basketball matchups on Saturday, as well as another ranked matchup. Plenty of chaos bound to happen everywhere, per usual, on Saturdays in January. And I'm looking forward to breaking it all down for you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to Hoops Talk with Dave. I'm your host, Dave Smith.